What? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm told that we are interrupting this program for an important message.
Yes, stop the show immediately. This is not what we expected.
I'm sorry, but who are you and what are you doing on my show?
Mr. Saganaki, or whatever you are called, you know exactly who we are. We are the Joke Troika. Yes, we've been sent from the European Humor Commission.
And we are very disappointed in you. You promised us to reform your show.
We try to improve our show every week.
No, we don't want improvements. We want painful reforms.
Yes, you can see here this list of jokes, of your reformed jokes you sent us. It's not good. You see, the jokes are still good. We had to laugh. And we don't like that in Germany. So you promised us not to be funny anymore.
Well, yes, but we are doing the best we can.
This is not enough. You know that good jokes are very expensive and we are afraid you can't afford them anymore.
Yes, as you can see here, we measured the number of good jokes per minute in your show, and the number is way much too high.
But listen, we're making a satirical show here, so good jokes are part of it. A good entertaining show is not working without good gags.
I'm sorry, we don't understand what you're talking about. Listen, I think we made it clear that the Humor Commission wants you to fulfill every demand of our humor agenda, which is written down in this Memorandum of Misunderstanding. Short, MAM.
Yes, and that means first of all to make your show more profitable. We calculated and found out you would have less costs if you use cheap jokes.
And by the way, Mr. Fakelaki, your salary, we saw, is way much too high.
Let's talk about this later. Listen, we tried all of your jokes you sent us, but they are not working in our country.
What? Anything that works in Germany will work all over Europe. It just takes a little patience and a lot of suffering.
Yes, see, and of course our humor agenda is not working for you, Mr. Whatever you are called, because you are not doing it right. Just look at yourself. You don't even wear a tie. This is very unprofessional. You cannot even tell a joke without a tie, can you?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. It is impossible. No.
Maybe the German humor is not the only way to look at the world.
What? German humor is well known around the globe for its efficiency. I will show you what I mean. My colleagues will now tell a joke perfectly according to the rules of the humor agenda. So, tell the joke.
Achtung! My dog has got no nose.
Oh, how does he smell?
Bad.
Αν τα παίξω εγώ αυτά εδώ πέρα θα παγώσει ο κόλος. But this is not funny.
This is not our problem, is it?
It is a cheap joke.
Yes, and that's exactly why it is good for you.
Yes, and good humor has to be painful. Just listen to our Chancellor Merkel and Mr. Schäuble and you know what we mean.
But
No more buts. Stop using jokes in your show. Do your homework.
Listen, do you know why the German peoples have no humor?
Why?
Because we sell it to all the other nations. That's why we are so rich.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss!
Weitermachen.
Ήταν η δημιουργή της σατυρικής εκπομπής Die Anstalt. Δείξου στον κόσμο, τον βλέπουνε. Του γερμανικού καναλιού ZDF ζωντανά. Ο Klaus von Wagner. Hi Klaus. Ο Max Utko. Και ο Dietrich Klaus. Χειροκρότημα από την Ελλάδα. See the Greeks here. Thank you for what you are doing for us.
How are you?
A warm applause to all of you and especially to our German friends from Tsαντίρι News in Greece. And if I may, I would like to ask you, what have we ever done to Mr. Schäuble and he wishes to kick us out of Eurozone?
First, let me say, Schäuble is getting very nervous because you started a revolution on the policy of austerity, and which is a German invention, by the way. And perhaps Greece is just the beginning of this revolution, and they are getting afraid of losing control. So, go on, Greece. Go on, fight on.
Ο κύριος Σόιμπλε φαίνεται ότι ανησυχεί πάρα πολύ γιατί έχετε ξεκινήσει μια επανάσταση εναντίον της λιτότητας στην Ελλάδα και αυτό έχει φέρει πολύ άγχος στους Γερμανούς και δεν τους αρέσει. Αυτό που λέμε εμείς εσάς, συνεχίστε στο δρόμο της επανάστασης.
To put it differently, have you managed to solve all of your internal problems and now you wish to deal with us?
Well, we have our own problems. It's not, we Germans, we're not perfect. We just use the problems that you have to just, get rid of our own, And the story that they tell is not the truth, We Germans, we're not doing everything perfect. I know a lot of Germans, we're not perfect, Just look at my colleagues, There's so many non-perfect Germans.
Προφανώς και δεν είμαστε τέλειοι εμείς οι Γερμανοί, αλλά αυτό που ξέρουμε να κάνουμε καλά είναι την ατελειότητά μας να τη σπρώχνουμε σε άλλους ανθρώπους. Άρα λοιπόν μπορείτε να δείτε και στους αδέρφους μου πόσο κακοί είναι και πόσο μη τέλειοι οι Γερμανοί.
It's really strange how you Germans make no mistakes while we Greeks are doing everything wrong. Έφτασε.
Yes, that's correct.
It's just the story the media tells. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. It's what they want us to believe and what they want you to believe. But don't listen to them.
Μην ακούτε τι λένε, αυτά τα πράγματα τα λένε τα μέσα ενημέρωσης. Δεν είναι αυτό που πιστεύουν οι Γερμανοί για εσάς. Απλά μην πιστεύετε τα μέσα ενημέρωσης.
Είναι η πρώτη φορά που συνδέεται ο πολιτισμός, η σάτυρα και μιλάει. What do Germans think when they hear the word Greek?
Greece, I personally, I think of beautiful people, wonderful islands, and sometimes very boring football games. But perhaps that's the bad influence of German managers. I remember there was a name, Otto Rehagles. Perhaps that's the guy who made you play so defensive.
Θα ήθελα να πω ότι αυτό που εμείς πιστεύουμε για εσάς είναι ότι έχετε μια υπέροχη χώρα, υπέροχα νησιά και θα πω και μια άλλη αλήθεια. Πολύ βαρετό ποδόσφαιρο. Αλλά αν δεν κάνω λάθος, ο προπονητής σας, ο Τόρε Χάγκελ, Γερμανός, ήτανε. Μάλλον φταίει αυτός για το βαρετό ποδόσφαιρο που παίζατε.
How does everything run so smoothly in Germany?
It doesn't, really, it doesn't.
Απλά δεν πηγαίνουν καλά τα πράγματα και σε εμάς.
It's first time we hear something like this. Do you share the view the less money you get, the less you spend, and the less you live, the more European you become?
Yeah, this is just the very poor vision of German leaders for Europe. So we want to say one thing, please don't leave us with them, with this poor vision. Please stay with us, Greece. Thank you.
Αυτό που εγώ έχω να πω είναι ότι θέλουμε την Ελλάδα να συνεχίσει να είναι μαζί μας σε ένα καλύτερο όραμα, όχι σε αυτό το πολύ φτηνό όραμα που έχουν δημιουργήσει οι Γερμανοί για την Ευρώπη. Οπότε μείνετε μαζί μας να αλλάξουμε αυτό το όραμα.
πολλοί Έλληνες θα γίνουν ευτυχισμένοι απόψε. Do you know why Mr. Varoufakis makes Mr. Schäuble so furious?
That's easy. You know, Mr. Varoufakis is a finance minister who studied economics, you know, and Mr. Schäuble is a finance minister who studied law. And as the old Romans already said, judex non calculat, you know. So the lawyers can't count, and that really upsets him.
Είναι πάρα πολύ απλό το πράγμα. Ο δικός σας Υπουργός Οικονομικών, ο κ. Βαρουφάκης, έχει σπουδάσει οικονομικά. Ο δικός μας Υπουργός Οικονομικών έχει σπουδάσει νομικά. Και όπως λένε ένα παλιό λατινικό ρητό, πολύ απλά οι δικηγόροι δεν ξέρουν από αριθμούς. Και αυτό, όπως καταλαβαίνετε, ενοχλεί τη Γερμανία.
Σκεφτείτε ότι αυτά λέγονται από εκεί. Give us your guidelines, what we Greeks have to do because we are still crazy and we wish to stay in the Eurozone. Please help us.
Yeah, so whatever I can say is, as a guideline, stay yourself. We definitely need you in Europe. You're a natural-born Democrats, and we badly need you in Europe to change Europe, to make it more social and more democratic. There's only one problem with this advice, because the most important advice I would like to give you is don't take advice from German guys.
Εγώ αυτό που θέλω να σας πω είναι ότι πρέπει απαραίτητος να παραμείνετε στην Ευρώπη. Είστε πραγματικά το λίκνο της δημοκρατίας. Μία συμβουλή έχω να σας δώσω. Μην ακούτε τους Γερμανούς.
I would like to thank you, Max, Klaus and Dietrich, for your excellent satirical show.
Thank you.
Because you know, Greeks admire deeply great comedians such as you. And we consider comedians as Aristophanes' descendants. Thank you so much, and I would like to say you that we have to come to Epidavros to play Aristophanes in your language, in German language. Come in Greece and play at Epidavros Aristophanes. You can come.
Okay.
Please come.
Okay. Ευχαριστώ.
Thank you.
Ευχαριστώ.
And I want kindly to remind to the German friends there that we Greeks, back in 1953, 13 years after the end of the World War II, and despite all of our suffering caused by that particular Germany, which of course you equally condemn, we offered a loan with a growth clause in order for your country to stand back on its feet. This is Greek people, and don't forget this. This is Greek. 13 years after the war, we are close to you. Thank you very much for what you are doing for us. This night you make Greeks to feel again friends with Germans. Thank you very much. We are waiting for you and see the people here, what they're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Νομίζω ζήσαμε μια μεγαλειώδη στιγμή. Είπα λοιπόν στα ελληνικά τους Γερμανούς φίλους να μην ξεχάσουν ποτέ ότι εμείς το 1953, δηλαδή 13 χρόνια μετά το Δεύτερο Παγκόσμιο Πόλεμο, μετά πόσα είχαμε υποστεί από αυτή τη Γερμανία, που και αυτοί καταδικάζουν, 13 χρόνια με τα τραύματα νοπά, εμείς πήγαμε και δώσαμε δάνειο στη Γερμανία με ρήτρα ανάπτυξης, για να μπορέσει να σταθεί η χώρα που μας πλήγωσε όρθια. Αυτό είμαστε εμείς. Αυτό είναι οι Έλληνες. Πριν μπούμε στην Ευρώπη καν, ήμασταν Ευρωπαίοι. Να βάλουμε λοιπόν την ιστορία μπροστά, και αυτό είναι το τρένο συνεννόησης των λαών.